Satan was worshipped under the names of Evan, Dionysus, Lycus, and Linus. He showed in his various manifestations all the strength and beauty which it is given to mortals to conceive. His eyes had the sweetness of the wood violet, his lips were brilliant with the ruby red of the pomegranate, a down finer than the violet of the peach covered his cheeks and his chin. His fair hair, wound like a diadem and knotted loosely on the crown of his head, was encircled with ivy. He charmed with wild beasts, and penetrating into the deep forest, drew to him all wild spirits, everything that climbed in trees and peered through the branches with a wild and timid gaze. On all these creatures, fierce and fearful, that lived on bitter berries, and beneath those hairy breasts, a wild heart beats. Half-human creatures of the woods, on all he bestowed loving and kindness and grace, and they followed him drunk with joy and beauty. He planted the vine and showed mortals how to crush grapes underfoot to make the wine flow. Magnificent and benign, he fared across the world, a long procession following in his train. To bear him company, I took the form of a satyr. From my brow sprang two budding horns, my nose was flat, and my ears were pointed. Glands like those of a goat hung on my neck. A goat's tail moved with my moving loins, and my hairy legs ended in a black cloven hoof, which beat on the ground with cadence. Dionysus fared on his triumphal march over the world. In his company I passed through Lydia, the fair game fields, the scorching plains of Persia, Media bristling with the hold frost Arabian Felix, and a rich Asia where flourishing cities were laved by the waves of the sea. He proceeded on a car drawn by lions and lynxes to the sound of flutes, cymbals, and drums, invented for his mysteries. Bachantus, Diodus, and Mandus, girt with the dappled fawn skin, waved the thyrus encircled with ivy. He bore in his train the satyrs whose joyous troop I led. Selene, Pans, and Centaurs, under his feet flowers and fruits sprang to life, and striking the rocks with his wand, he made limpid streams gush forth. In the month of the vintage he visited Greece, and the villagers ran forth to meet him. Stained with the green and rooty juices of the plants, they wore masks of wood or bark or leaves. In their hands they bore earthen cups and danced wanton dances. Their womenfolk imitating the companions of their god, their heads wreathed with green smilax fastened round their supple loins, skin of fawn or goat. The virgin twins, and about their throats garlands and fig leaves. They kneaded cakes of flour, and bore the phallus in the mystic basket, and the vine dressers, all daubed with less of wine, standing up in their wains, and bandying mockery or abuse with the passer-by, invented tragedy. Truly it was not in dreaming beside a fountain, but by dint of strenuous toil that Dionysus taught them to grow plants and to make them bring forth succulent fruits. And while he pondered the art of transforming the rough woodlanders into a race that should love music and submit to just laws, more than once over his brow, burning with the fire of enthusiasm, did melancholy and gloom fever pass. But his profound knowledge and friendship for mankind enabled him to triumphant over every obstacle. O days divine, beauty dawn of life! We led Bacchanals on the leafy summits of the mountains and on the yellow shores of the sea. The naiads and the oards or reeds mingled with us at our play. Aphrodite at our coming rose from the foam of the sea to smile upon us.